Tennessee head golf coach Brennan Webb. Coach Webb just wrapping up the number 3 class in the country for the class of 2022. It's comprised of some in-state, some out-of-state, down in Atlanta with Bruce Murphy, and then the number 2 player in the country in Caleb Surratt over in Charlotte. Just as you started to kind of build this class, was there a way you kind of attacked and wanted to go about it?
Yeah, I mean, we're always obviously trying to start in-state, and so Evan was the first to commit out of these 3 guys. Certainly over the last 3 or 4 years, he's been the best player in the state for that class. Won the state high school 3 times, finished second the other time, followed that up with a state junior victory this year. The guy comes from a Tennessee family. His mom played basketball here for Coach Summit. So it's just, it's a really great start for us. It's the first commitment that I got as the head coach at Tennessee, and felt really good about it.
When you look at some of the guys you have playing on your team that are making impact, like Tyler Johnson with his summer of winning the state open and so on and so forth, to bring in a guy like Evan who's won tournaments. No matter if you're going against the best of the best, or some guys down at your local course, anytime you're winning, that's winning. So when you have a kid that's won tournaments and understands how to close things out, how much do you weigh that?
Yeah, it's a huge part of what we're trying to do, and that's the thing that excites me the most about this class. All 3 of these guys have won a lot at the national level, obviously in state. So it's huge for us to see guys that know how to win and can kind of seal the deal when they get the chance.
All right, let's go back to Caleb Surratt, number 2 player in the country. To get this kind of player in this class, to continue to build what you've already established with this last core group, a couple of kids here, how big was that, and how much do you think that's a real eye-opener for all the other quote-unquote blue blood golf schools out there?
Yeah, no, I think it's probably the first time any of those coaches have received a call from somebody who said that they've chosen to go to Tennessee over their school, so that was fun. But yeah, I think Caleb is he's just another level of player. Certainly the best player that I've ever recruited, which included a couple guys that went on to win the U.S. Amateur. But his record now, as he enters into his senior year of high school, is phenomenal. The tournaments he won this summer with the Western Junior, the Junior PGA, the Bobby Chapman last couple weeks ago, member of the Junior Ryder Cup team. Won the Terracotta Amateur, which is a national amateur tournament while he's in high school. All of those things just kind of indicate the success that he's lined up for his time at Tennessee and after.
Then Bruce Murphy, down in Atlanta, plays Atlanta Athletic Club, member there. Really one of the toughest courses in the state of Georgia. How do you feel like growing up in a place like AAC, prepares you to play big time college golf? Yeah,
there's not going to be a golf course that he doesn't play every day, that he plays here, that's not going to be what he's grown up on and is used to. And I'm really, really excited about Bruce. I mean, the natural ability that he has is off the charts, and I think he's obviously had a great record, a second team AJGA All-American, top 25 player in the class, former winner of the Future Masters, which is a huge tournament down in Dothan. But I think he's just scratching the surface of what he's capable of. I think once he gets up here, he kind of gets in our routine and our culture, and figures out what some of these other guys have done to get better. It's going to be a pretty special player.
Lastly, to kind of touch on when you landed Caleb, to have this type of success overall, I mean, another top 25 player in Bruce, to be number 3 nationally, do you think that's a real eye-opener for not only the rest of the league, but the rest of the country?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think if you look at the last year's class with Lance and Laurent, and then this year's class, I think there's only one other school that's had back-to-back top 10 recruiting classes. And so I think obviously with our results of last year and what we've done so far this year, I mean, the view of what Tennessee is now as a golf program has changed dramatically, and that's shown in the type of recruits that we're getting interest from. And obviously with this class signing is just conveys that that's the truth, and these kids are looking here as an option.
Golf National Signing Day is in the books. Tennessee finishes with the number 3 overall class. They head into the off season. You have fall golf, off season, then spring golf. That'll resume in the spring with the man with the best head of hair on campus. I'm Austin Price.